Heyo, welcome back everybody. This is EonShiKeno. I'm going to be doing my IPL round of 8 contested caster video, whatever I'm calling it. So here's my submission. Let me introduce our players. Up in the top right hand corner of the map, we're going to have our red Zerg player. It's going to be TSL Hyun. Now TSL Hyun, if you don't know, has been taking over IPL. Essentially, I think he's won 12 fight clubs in a row. There's it's like so much domination every time he's got a new competitor, like whoever. It's like some crazy awesome Korean, and it's like, oh man, this week I don't know if he's gonna do it. Sure enough, Hyun wins again. He's got like home field advantage now at this point. It's pretty insane. And yeah, Hyun, great Zerg player. I've loved him. The second he switched over from Brood War, started playing StarCraft 2, he's just so many Zerglings. He just makes so many Zerglings, and I love watching Hyun play. He's got some great style as far as that goes. And he's going to go pool on 11. He's got 200 minerals. Yep, he's definitely going to go for a pool. Putting it in the back of his base here. And let me introduce our other player. On the bottom left side of the map, we've got our blue Protoss player. It is going to be MVP Finale. Now, MVP Finale is, of course, part of MVP, a pretty good team, who just got done smashing through... who did they beat in GSTL the other night? Tails, like, they were down a game or something. Tails came back and won 4 in a row. It was versus IM, that's who it was. And Tails just destroyed IM. So MVP doing pretty good there. They're moving on for GSTL, that is. And he is going for a Nexus first. Oh my god, this is bad news for Finale. He's got a Nexus first against a very aggressive 11 pool. Now we're probably going to see... yeah, a lot of Zerglings popping out here. Yep, there are those Zerglings. Those are going to pop out. Those are going to come down here and attack. It's going to come down to will Finale be able to scout this out? Will he get this wall down in time? He can wall this off, it looks like, with 2 more 3x3 buildings, which is going to be double gateways. He can wall that off. And hopefully he will be able to do that, because if not, it's going to be a pretty quick game. Zerglings are out across the map. A hatch is going to go down, so we're going to see more and more Zerglings continue to stream, and after this, I think this will probably be the last 2 after this situation. It's going into droning at this point. So the Brood Lord, or the Overlord, sees this. He sees, okay, got a wall off going here. Cannon goes down. Now, this is smart. I love this. He's going to take the probe, and he's going to probably leave it up here in this situation. And as soon as he sees Zerglings, he's going to turn around, walk back, and wall it off. Yep, here he goes. Now, he needs to land this wall in with a gateway before those Zerglings get in the position. Now, it's going to be, can he get it down? Can he get it down? Oh, nice. He got it down. But the Zerglings will be able to attack that gateway and probably take it down. We'll see if that gateway can build faster than those Zerglings can attack. It doesn't look like it, but the cannon's going to finish. The cannon does finish. Is he going to go for the cannon? Yes, he's just going to go straight for the cannon. Will these Zerglings be able to take it out? It's getting pretty low. He did pull probes, which was a smart move there. It does manage to go down. 4 Zerglings still alive. 2 more coming up. Is he going to go for a wall off? He's just going to block it with the probes. The probes do come down to take him out. Another cannon goes down. Smart move there from our Protoss player Finale. And now Hyun is in his opponent's base, which is exactly where you want to be in this situation. You want to have Zerglings in your opponent's base, scouting it out, stopping those probes from mining. And when you've got 5 Zerglings in there, that's really annoying. You have to pull a lot of probes to deal with this consistently. And that's a lot of mining time you're going to lose. So once again, we see our Zerg player Hyun just going to start to drone up. In this situation, he's going to get some queens and even throw down another hatchery. He knows, with all the scouting information and the mining he's caused his opponent to lose here, he's in a really great situation. So Hyun got to be feeling really good as a current point in the game. So we got Finale here. He does, I mean, this is a PvZ, and his win rate in this matchup is 50% right now, which, it's average, I guess you could call it, 54%, but his opponent Hyun has a really good win percent. I think it's around 63%, so Hyun really good in the ZVP matchup. Now, we got a pylon over here. This is going to be some cannon action. I'm really impressed that this Protoss player managed to get over here, scout out this third, and he's going to throw down some cannons. He has to wait for this to get so far built, so that way, if he does scout it out, he can cancel his cannons before the hatchery finishes. So look at the Zerglings still in the main, harassing, getting some kills. We're 4 workers killed so far, and also a lot of wasted mining time. But it was scouted out by Hyun. Hyun on top of it, with just 2 Zerglings scouts it out. That's more than enough to deal with it. And that little bit of a forge cannon trickery is not going to work out for Finale, unfortunately. That would have been pretty good, though. If he could have got that down, it could have evened up the game just a little bit in his favor. So the third base is up now. Hyun, at this point, he's got a lot of options he can go. He's got 3 base. He's probably going to saturate this up, get another queen out here. Yep, he's going to try and get a queen out there. He's supply block, though, unfortunately. And look at this. The Zerglings are still alive. It takes an incredible amount of micro to keep these Zerglings alive and continue to make units and continue to macro back at your base. He's even teching up to hatchery very, very quickly here. He's got 2 gases up. About what was that, 7 minute and 10 second hatch. Or, sorry, layer. But the Zergling's still alive. He's using a really useful control here. Just hold down shift and you can queue up commands for your Zerglings. Oh, you can go shift, queue up a bunch of commands, and then go back, do some work. But oh no, he's turning around to attack. A little bit of a mistake there. He didn't, have any more queued commands built up there. So he turned around and lost one of those Zerglings. But overall, pretty good control there from those Zerglings. +1 attack on the way for our Protoss player. 2 gas at his natural. Of course, 2 gas at his main. He's going to need all that gas to get back in this game. Robotics facility being built here. It gets scouted out by the Zerglings. And so we're probably going to see an Observer and a Twilight Council as well. Okay. Probably some Blink Stalker action too. This is a really, really big map, as you can see. It takes a long time to get across the map, which is why going 11 pool can sometimes work, because this is a map that players feel they can be greedy on. I mean, we saw Finale go for the Nexus first, which is very, very rare on most of StarCraft 2 maps, but just because this map is so big, he felt he could get away with it, and he didn't get away with it, unfortunately. That 11 pool arrived just in the nick of time. Observer does show up, reveals the Overlord, and that Overlord's forced to fall back. There is a sentry. Where is that sentry? It was under. It looked like the ray was coming from underneath here. That was funny. And he's gonna take it out. No, he's not. He's gonna have to kill that Zergling and then go back. But as soon as this Overseer does finish, that will have full life. So this should be able to finish. It's so close. He's gonna get it. Ah, oh, 2 health left. The Overseer does manage to sneak away with all his multiple eyeballs. 4th base being taken down right now for Hyun. He's taken the base with 3 gas. 1, 2, and 3. I think this is the only map that's used in competitive play that actually has 3 gas. So that's a really risky base to take. Excuse me, because of course out in the middle of the map, it's a little bit harder to defend. They can siege you from the bottom down here, but if you can hold the map, you can have map control and keep it alive, you can get 3 gas instead of 2, which is pretty nice to have for the late game play. Roach is pushing forward. If they get a couple center kills, that'll be totally worth it. Unfortunately, they don't get any. They lose 2. Force fields do go down, and he's going to manage to take out 1 Roach. So we do have a Sentry Immortal for our Protoss player, and he's going for a wall off on the right here. So completely cutting off this whole side, this whole part of the base. He's really focused on this. He figures this is going to be used as a counterattack path, and he's going to completely block off most of it. I think there's 1 path here, but he can easily fix that with the Zealot or something like that. So really good use of an effective second wall off there from our Protoss player. Overseer coming out here with the Roaches. Ventral Sacs are coming out, so we're going to see drop. I love Hyun's play. It's always interesting, fun to watch. He's going to have drops in his opponent's base, and does he have any proxy pylons? Oh, no, he doesn't. He has no proxy pylons on the edge of his base. But he does have Stalkers here. Okay, those Stalkers are nice. He doesn't see the Overlord upgrade just yet, but he's going to see it as soon as those units start popping in his base. Overlord speed is done as well. It's going to fly in here. Where are the Overlords at? There's got to be some Overlords somewhere. He's going to have a big flock of Overlords coming to pick up these Zerglings and Roaches. Speed, about halfway done. He might wait for that to finish before he decides to drop those Zerglings off. Right now, he's just using the Overlords for scouting. Blink is finished, so we're going to have a lot of Blink Stalkers with a lot of attack upgrades, +2 on the way for the Protoss player. I like the positioning he's taken here with his army. Right here in this choke point, relatively large choke point, but this position where it's an entrance to the third base the third base that's risky that he's trying to defend, and also same spot here. So if you can get in a situation where you can be in one spot to defend multiple bases, that's golden. MVP Finale scouting with the Stalker on the right hand side of the map, blinking even. He's really controlling that really well. And look at all these units. Okay, here the Overlords have showed up. The speed is done, and now he's baited out in the middle of the map, and he's just going to pick him up and drop in the main. And now Finale is so out of position. Look how long it's going to take him to run in the base. By that point, he's probably going to lose most of his base. Stalkers blinking back. They know there's too much to deal with here. And the Zergling speed is done. The Roaches have +1 attack. They're just going to start killing everything. The Nexus is going to be dead, I assume. He's going to take out that. Yeah, he takes out that. No more Colossus. Actually, no Colossus yet. For Finale, and this base is getting creeped all over. Finale is going to have to call a cleaner because everything is getting killed here. He really needs to take out that Nexus. For this drop to be successful, I think he has to kill that Nexus and the Twilight Comp, so that would be a successful drop in my eyes. And look at the same time, we have another attack over here on the right. Zerglings, Roaches, the rest of the reinforcements do show up. So many units here from Hyun. Hyun just makes so many units, Roaches and Zerglings. He's killing everything. Zealots being warped in, but it's not going to be enough. The Roaches will take out this base. The base on the left was taken out. The drop on the top left is going to get away. And just in 2 swift attacks, Hyun managed to take out 2 bases. Really good staggered attacks there from Hyun. More Zerglings coming in. He's going to have a flank in the back. The force fields do go down. He kept most of the Roaches out of there, but there's so many Immortals. But the problem is there's Zerglings in the front. Unless he control fires with those Immortals, those Zerglings will absorb most of those hits. Nice control there from the Immortals, pulling him back, backing him up just a little bit. Stalkers are still alive here. 2 attack upgrades done for a Protoss player. Still yet hasn't started his third. He really can't afford at this point. Now, at this point, you got to think as a Protoss player, okay, I just lost 2 bases. My opponent is mostly on Zergling Roach. What can I do? I understand what he's at right now. He's going to go for a counterattack, he feels. Maybe he forgot a Larva Inject. Maybe I've got so many Immortals I can push here. But he's going to have some amazing control. He's not even attempting to rebuild his base. He's just going to go for it. This is it. This is the last push Finale he's going to have. And Hyun, if he holds this is going to be the end of the game. Blinking back. He just needs to make a lot of units. He needs to make a bunch of larvae. He's got a queen. He's got a bunch of larvae. He's got another base down here. Queen at this base. Tons of larvae going around. Let's actually check how much larvae he's got. 7. He's been spending most of it. He's got so much bank. 1,100 minerals. +1 armor is close to being, actually, no, just now being started. Zerglings with their, actually, +2 done for the Roaches. No upgrades yet for the Zerglings, but the supply is crazy. Look at this army supply. 113 versus 74. Here comes the Swarm. The force fields do go down, but it may be too late. The Immortals are just completely trapped in the middle. There's so many Immortals. In this situation, but the Roach count is just massive. Massive Roach count here. They're just pushing in here. Even if he trades this whole army and only kills half of this Protoss force, it'll be completely worth it because Finale cannot rebuild his army. Hyun going to fall back, get a couple more reinforcements, 30 more Zerglings, 24 more Roaches coming in. He's on creep, so that's going to allow him to sneak away a little bit faster. Reinforcements have arrived, and now he's going to go for it. Once again, there's no sentries to throw down any force fields, and the Stalker's going to blink, but it seems like he's just not enough here. Those Stalkers are so low on life. Zerglings and the trade is happening. This is looking really bad here from Finale. He can't make any units. He's just warping in 2 Stalkers. There's the GG from Finale. And Hyun, the Zerg who makes so many units, managed to take the game down there. I love the drop play. If you watch here, I'm going to have the highlights pop it up. He went in first with the drop play. Now, you notice the first thing he did, he was out in front. He met Finale's army out in the middle of the map. But that was great for him because he can just jump from there into his overlords, drop into the main, and then deal a ton of damage. His opponent's out of position, and he's in he can't do much. Now, the second part of the attack was there was a staggered second attack that went to the right side of the map to take out the third. And since the army, Finales, since the whole army moved to the main, there was nothing in the middle of that choke point I was talking about to attack that, to defend that third, and both bases fell. He didn't manage to save either of them. And that couldn't have happened any better for Hyun. And after that point, he just kind of had to make a bunch of Zerglings and Roaches and move into it. And that was it. So great attacks here from Hyun. And, I mean, that's it for me, guys. If you want to check out more of my stuff, go to youtube.com/EonShiKeno. That's it for me, guys. See you later.